beach in Costa Rica, and I've just been thinking about our spiritual practices and what we gain our insight from. All the different spiritual teachings and the different spiritual teachers that we have as humans, the masters of spiritual practice and the mastery of different forms of spiritual insight that come through all of the different ancient traditions and all of the different spiritual practices that we have on the human level can bring us closer to peace that we seek in our lives, or insight around why we're here and what we're doing with our lives here. And as you think about those masters and the mastery that is present and available in each one of those practices and those teachings, I was also thinking about how much deeper we can go with that as human beings. Beyond the human practices and the human systems of theory and thought and practice and mastery that we can gain there, we can go deeper into looking towards the masters in the animal kingdom, the masters around us in the deer and the elk. Here in Costa Rica, we can look at the masters of the lizards, the iguanas, the snakes, and how they live their lives. We can gain so much insight and teachings from these beings that are closer to their natural form than we are. I was also thinking that we can go beyond that even to the plants, to the trees and the different medicinal plants and herbal plants that have so many teachings for us and so many opportunities for healing there for the human experience. And to go even deeper to levels of mastery and to the masters that we seek to teach us about how to be here on this planet in a good way, we can go deeper even into the elements, into the earth, into the air, the fire, and the water. And we can go into study with these elements. We can learn from the fire. We can learn from the fire about how to be here in this material realm. We can go to the fire and learn so much about our own experience. And we can go to the water. And this is one thing that I wanted to just bring up from my experience here in Costa Rica, and an experience that we all have available to us in some way, shape, or form, is to be able to relate with water as a teacher. I got the opportunity to spend a whole week by a gorgeous river, beautiful river, learning how she moved, learning how the force and the consistency with which she ran down the mountain, around the rocks, and that brilliance, that clarity and that cleansing that she brings. And now I've spent about a week here by the ocean, and as anybody who's spent a little time by the ocean knows, there's so much to learn here. There's so much to learn about the force and the consistency and the cleansing and the clearing that the ocean has to offer. And the way that the water moves, the way that the water makes us feel, and the different emotions that the water can stir up for us. So I just wanted to bring that little bit of insight to you today, to invite you to engage with water specifically as a master, water specifically as a teacher of that deep feminine force, that deep strength and power and fluidity that the water has to offer. Even if it's just the water that's coming out of our faucets, the water that we bring into our bodies each day, the water that helps to cleanse and clear toxins from our system, the water that washes away the emotional toxicity or challenges that we have. As you know, you get into a bath or get into a shower and it just can totally change your energetics for the day. And if you can get around living water, moving water in its natural environment, then there is a wealth of knowledge and inspiration to find there. So I'm having the great pleasure of being able to be by the living ocean, the wild, vibrant, magical movement of the ocean. And I just want to share that with you here, just give you the opportunity to witness the beauty here at the ocean today, and to to invite you in your own life to get yourself near some living water and to spend some time just sitting with it, just sitting with the water and regarding her as a master, a spiritual master, and asking yourself what you can learn from the water in this day or through your life. You know, getting by the water as often as possible and really asking her what she has to teach. So blessings to you on this day. I hope you're well, and may you have abundant water flowing through your life in the most beautiful ways. Peace.